All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible weekend. Good morning, John. How you doing today?
Hi, Carlos. Hi, variable traders and YouTubers.
Awesome, my
I'm
friend. How
doing
was
good,
your
by the
weekend?
way. I did something interesting yesterday. I went to the theater in Washington, even though it was raining and snowing, and it was quite an adventure, but it was fun. That's what I did. Well, how about you? What'd you
That's
spend time?
uh, that's good, man. That's the best time to go to the theater when it's raining and snowing. You know, why not? Want to get out and do something? That's a really good option. Not much, but I stayed home. I stayed home on Saturday. I was not feeling too hot. On Saturday, the kids went to a Christmas pajama party. And other than that, man, just a quiet weekend, which was not bad. And I think we needed a quiet weekend.
Hmm.
We do quite a bit here. So hopefully you guys had a great, awesome weekend, guys, as we get back into it this week. So much to go over. We're going to talk about crypto, obviously, crushing our watch list this morning. We'll look into what's happening there. Some things are doing very well over the weekend, hitting 105, as you can see here on our header on YouTube. But before we get to all of that, our U.S. economic calendar, which, by the way, I don't think we updated, Brent. On my part, I don't think, obviously, John doesn't know how to do it. So I don't
Peter
think we
did it.
updated that. Peter did. Oh, Peter's
Peter.
awesome. All right. And Peter, by the way, Peter will be back on tomorrow, right? So today he's traveling. He's actually over in Death Valley. So we got a picture of him. There he is. If you want to know what Peter's doing, he's in Death Valley, just taking in the view and enjoy his time, right? So Peter is traveling today. I think his flights got in or is getting in too tight to make the show today, so he'll be in tomorrow. But all good. We look forward to having him back. But in the meantime, let's get to our U.S. economic calendar. John, take us through that.
All right. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Oh, yeah. Empire State Manufacturing Survey. That is at 8:30. And forecast is at 10, but anyone's here? A report on that? Let me look on the news.
Yeah, there should be something out on that already. Again, it doesn't really move the market a whole lot, but that's what we have expect today at 8:30. So we can pull up those numbers. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not too concerned. It's not something
Yeah.
that really moves the markets the way like a CPI or any other data would, right? But that's what we have for today. And then later in the day, do we have something there too? I think later,
Yeah, we do. We got
if you go back to that screen, yeah,
yeah,
we
we
got
have we had
S&P flash
9:45.
US.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see what 945 does at PMI. So that actually might be more of a move than this 830 Empire Manufacturing Survey. So I think that would be something to look out for. All right, friends, let's get to our gappers list. See what we got going on here. First on the list is RCAT. We lead off the week here this morning. RCAT today, if I can type correctly, let's get our fingers warmed up here. RCAT is Red Cat Holdings, and these guys are up 15%, almost 5.3 million shares traded. Their flow is it's not low, it's 57. So again, a little bit on the lower side, but 57 million shares flow for them. John, obviously they're in play today. They got some kind of volume. What's the latest and greatest on these guys? And
They have earnings, so that's coming on this after the market close, I believe. So that's obviously going to come into play. Anytime a stock has earnings, things begin to happen. So, but that's. Let me see if I can find some more news
yeah,
on
they
that.
sure do. Yeah, no, they sure do. If it's earnings after hours, I mean, we'll see more of that happening even tomorrow. I'm not a fan of these holdings type stocks. I mean, I just think they don't trade very well. Usually I tend to avoid them. Looks like we had it in play before because I do have levels here. So it looks like I have levels from where they were around $3 in the past. So I don't remember me doing these levels, but it could have been maybe in this area where they have some kind of activity. So again, I don't remember looking at this ticker, and today, obviously, they're in play. They had a couple of really big days here. If you look at them, going from 10.52 to 12 to 13, sold off. We don't have shits for short today, unfortunately, so we're kind of a little bit handicapped on this one. I'm not sure I'm going to be watching it, John. I don't. What's your trading style, by the way? I know that you trade the entire day for the most part. What is your strategy? So for those that don't know, John is AK Rafsila in our chat. He doesn't do a pre-market show that often, but for those that don't know, what is your strategy that you go for every day?
Well, before I answer your question, young man, I will mention that Red Cat is apparently partnering with PLTR, so that has to be a major factor in all this. I At this point in my journey, I'm a scalper. I like to trade in the first couple of hours. If I trade after 11 a.m., something's wrong. I like the volatility in the
Mm,
early
yeah,
mornings, and learning to use the moving averages and pivot points and things of that nature. So they're small gains and also small losses, and
yeah,
that's the way I
awesome, man,
trade.
awesome. Um, Yeah, gotcha. You did mention PLTR, which again is a ticker that we've been seeing quite a bit. It's been on our list almost every day for the last 2, 3 weeks. Today, tons of volume again, 4.8 million shares traded. Pretty flat, but the range has been pretty active. 77.88 is the top, the low at 74. So you got almost a $4 range just in there in the pre-market. So that could be interesting. The volume is in play. Look at the daily. Friday, we had a great day. And we do have our recent high, all-time highs up here around 80, 70. So I'm inclined to put PLTR on here. I think this stock is going to be in play for a few more days to come. I like what they're sitting on the daily. I like the volume. We'll throw it on the list here. All right. Next on our gap up is going to be AEHR. So AEHR, this thing is up 15%, 898,000 shares traded. It is a low flow stock sitting at 27 million. I'm not a big fan of stocks, on the lower side of the flow here. So this will be one of them. Again, they're active, but I'm not too excited about keeping them on my list. But John, before we jump off, just completely discarding this one. Any news that might be interesting on AR test systems?
Yeah, about an hour ago, there was a post that AERH Test Systems secures initial $10 million in orders for a production wafer level burn in of advanced AI processors. Again, it's getting right back to AI.
Yeah. Again, they got some news here. I'm not a big fan, man, of these lower flow stocks. So it doesn't look explosive. Like we got 1 million shares this morning, but look how this has been building up. We've seen better pre-market activity from lower flow stocks that seem to be better opportunity stocks. So I'm going to skip on this one. I don't like it personally. It is in play. If it is your cup of tea, add it to yours. I'm going to go with W Key this morning. So WKEY. Man, a big day on Friday, going from 350 all the way to $8. And started off pretty ugly here. It halted, right? Obviously, went up from $3 to four, from 4 to 6. You're gonna trigger a couple of volatility halts. Went sideways for the entire mid session of the trading day, and then towards the end, did give you a nice little breakout over to $8, almost 8.50. So was heavily in play on Friday. Second day opportunity here. We don't have shares for sure on this one. It is up 12%, 6.1 million shares traded. If you look at the daily, tons of volume on Friday. I mean, 75 million. These guys have not seen that in a very long time. I feel like calling this whiskey, but it's not whiskey. John, what's going on with this one, man? Give us something good.
Well, you do want to say whiskey, but this is another of those companies that is really relying on the development of AI and quantum chips and things of that nature. So the latest news I have actually dates back to December 13th. What was that, Friday? Um, and it looks like it's launching with SpaceX. Well, it did, according to this, January 14th. So, what we find here, Carlos, is that when these companies work out relationships with the big guys or people, companies that are on the move, they benefit. And this is what almost every stock we look at. It's like signing a contract with PLTR, or it's doing something with SpaceX, or doing something with NVIDIA. They all seem to have an impact.
Yeah, they sure do. Again, I'm not a big fan of this. I had a big day yesterday. Hard to borrow today. Again, second day play opportunity. I'm interested to see though where it's going to go from here after such a big day on Friday, right? Tons of volume. So I'm going to put it here on my risky pile for more of a entertainment purposes, and I want to see what it does today on their second day. I mean, they're up 11.6 after a big day on Friday, and then also here as high as 10.67 this morning. So they dropped $2 since then from the pre-market highs, but will be interesting to see how the rest of the pre-market and also intraday action is going to be like today. Here's UMAC this morning. It is up 11.5, 995,000. We've seen this in play before, actually, end of November, beginning of December. We had two really big days here, gapped up all the way to 23.75, sold off since then. It did nothing for about 2 weeks, and now we're starting to see some activity as we hit 995,000 shares traded. If you guys remember the name, if you don't remember the ticker, you remember the name Unusual Machines, and me and Peter were always making fun of this. Again, 1 million shares traded on the American Stock Exchange. So you got to be a little bit careful. The price action might be a little bit weird on this one. And also sitting at 10 million shares flow. So, John, we had news on this in the past, right? But obviously today something is sparking up. Is this something new, or are we continuing somewhat from what has been taking place over the last couple of days?
Well, you're right. It is the latter. New. I don't have any recent news on it. It all dates back to early December, and I think it has a lot to do. And I know Peter has talked about this in the past. Has a lot to do with Donald Trump Jr.'s involvement. That's about it. I mean, it's not like there's some technical information here.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. So again, I'll leave it alone. So far, only PLTR, and not even because it wasn't the gappers list, only because you mentioned it. It's on my list. So PLTR obviously looking very very good this morning. They're somewhat dealing with RCAD, but for the most part, PLTR is going to be the one to watch today. QBTS, we've been talking about this quantum stuff. I really have not looked at these tickers. They don't really attract my attention as far as what I like to see in a stock. But TBS, there's some other ones on here. All this quantum stuff has been in play, but again, I've been finding other things to look at that have been a bit more interesting. They're lower price, which I don't really like stocks under $20, under $10, especially. This one is sitting at $5. On Friday, they trade very well. So if this is your cup of tea, look how great it did on Friday. So it had a really really nice day, and these stocks have been in play for like the last month or two. Actually, yeah, but going on a month and a half now. November they kicked it off. Look how much volume we have seen since then, right? It went from a penny stock here hanging out below $1.50 to $3, $4, $5. I mean, they're doing better. So they are in play. If you could trade these lower price stocks very well, this could be one to add to your list, man. I'm not a big fan of this one, John. Do you like this stuff? And anything new besides all the quantum stuff we've been hearing on it?
Well, there is something coming out of Palo Alto today, but you're raising a very good point. If you're the kind of day trader or trader who looks at these uh, n- becoming more and more popular quantum and AI stocks, and you want to jump into a $5 stock or an $8 stock, like some of the stocks we've looked at this morning, be my guest. I am not touching them. Some of you may take 100 shares or take some of it and make a killing if, in fact, this industry does take off. So I think it all depends on the risk factor and what you're willing to. It may be the next best thing.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm not a big fan of it. It is in play today. If you like this one, add it to your list. But this whole sector, it's hot, right? Like QBTS. I can't remember the other tickers, right? You got QBTS. There's another one on here too. QU, right? QUBT is the other one on deck. So again, all of these end of November, beginning of November started going, and they held. Like this thing has held. It has not really dropped, right? So the fun is real here for these two. QBTS looks a little bit better. Although I'm not going to trade it, I do want to see what's going on with this sector. So I am going to add QBTS on my secondary entertainment purpose list here. Again, I'm not going to trade it, but I do want to see what's going on there. This looks very interesting, especially as we start to get to a higher price. I think it becomes easier to trade if it can hold that. Good morning, Andrew Anderson chat, Peterson chat over on YouTube. Good morning, guys. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Andrew's giving us AVGO, so we'll take a look at that one. Oh man, you guys saw this Friday, and it
No
continues
kidding.
the madness. Up 3.6, 2.8 million shares traded. I mean, this is just wild. So This one is rocking, friends, rocking, rocking. We'll add AVGO to our list. It's funny, when I was looking at it, I didn't think it had it in it. I thought that it was not going to trade very well, but man, Friday it did trade amazingly. Again, this stock normally trades horrible, but with their news lately, they've been rocking. So on my list again today, looking very, very nice this morning. Back to our gappers list over at tradingterminal.com. Guys, you can look at the same list I have here. We're going to show you what it looks like right now. So tradingterminal.com, you can get the exact same list. You can go in here, change the settings. I have it filtered to show stuff that's over 2%, below 2% from the previous day close. That usually gives me a really good list to look at, right? And then you also want to pick the volume. I believe I have over 200,000 shares traded. If you go lower than that, you start getting a lot of crappy type stocks you don't want to have on here. So 200,000, in some cases, you can even go higher. You can even go like 300,000 because we get so much volume now. Like 6 years ago when I started trading, 7 years ago, you know, this list was very small. Now with the volatility and how many people are trading, it's just it gets big pretty quickly here, which is good for us. So you could play around with the settings there. So it's make it fit your style, right? So all right, excellent. Let's keep going down this list, but let's do one more and then we'll skip around because I want to get to obviously one of the big elephants in the room, which is Bitcoin, right? We'll get to that in just a second, guys. So let's do one more here. We looked at UMAC, ASPI. Let's see what this is about. This looks garbage like. Yeah, no, this is not fun. This doesn't look good, guys. Barely any volume. Yeah, roll the truck on this crap. And just and look on here, right? Like if you look at the daily, you can see this is Friday. I mean, this is terrible. You don't want to touch
Yeah.
this, right? Float on this is 46 million. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from that. All right. Let's move on. We're going to skip around here a little bit. Let's talk about crypto, John. I mean, give us the latest update over the weekend. Obviously, this thing is moving very well. What's the latest and greatest?
That's a good. Hold on a second, because I was looking at it this morning, and last I noticed it was, where was it? Was it like 104 or
Yeah, we hit
103? So
105.
it's, oh, we did get up that high. Yeah, it's really on fire, and I'm not seeing the correlation with Mara. Although perhaps I know you watch Coin a lot more than I do. It looks like Coin is more volatile than Mara. So yeah, a Bitcoin is on fire.
Yeah, it sure is, man. And you got all these tickers here looking very good. You got Coin, you got Mara. Again, they're moving higher. The pre-market very early on, they were doing very great. They given some back some of those gains here. You can see Mara kind of giving a little bit back. Same thing with Coin. Coin was much higher, 321, giving some back this morning. I think they'll be fun to watch today. And we went from Bitcoin only moving heavily in the weekends. But now, throughout the trading day, throughout the week, you are seeing great moves on Bitcoin as well, even overnight. So it'll be fun to watch. I'm going to watch Coin. It's one of my favorite. Once again, be careful with this one. You don't got to take a boatload of shares. Keep it clean there as far as your risk management. Speaking about clean, let's look at CLSK, which is Clean Spark. These guys are also in play, not up by much, 2.7 million shares traded. Those that got a bit of volume. And then another favorite from a lot of people is Mara, which I will be looking at today as well. So Mara up 3%, 1.6 million. So I'm going to add Mara to my secondary list just because I don't want to jam pack this list with Bitcoin stuff just yet. I want to give myself a little room
Yeah.
to look at some usual suspects that we love here. Yeah, John?
Yeah, no, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to watch Mara to see if it's going to actually react to this Bitcoin market. But all the news. I don't know about you, but I scour YouTube over the weekend. Obviously, I have music videos and other things to listen to, but a lot of obviously stock stuff. And they'll talk about PLTR, Nvidia, Tesla, and Apple being the stocks that you have to watch. They're going to so many videos on they're going to soar, Nvidia to 250. So it's like a lot of noise out there. You got to be very careful with that. And but everybody's raving about where even what's her face? Who's the young lady who's got the ETF? We often make fun of her. Anybody remember? Yeah, Kathy
Kathy
Wood.
Wood?
Thanks. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Kathy,
yeah, yeah.
I watched the Kathy Wood uh, videos, and I don't know whether we should do the opposite of what Kathy Wood is recommending, but it's all about where Bitcoin will go over time.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. It all depends on your timing, right? Obviously, for us, the purpose main trading we do is day trading. So for us, we could care less where it goes as long as it moves, and we could take advantage of it today. But if you're investing, if you're swing trading, you got to be a lot more careful you're getting in and what's your strategy, right? Again, I mentioned to you when we were in some of these get-togethers, everybody's now talking about Bitcoin because it's in the news, it's hitting all-time highs, everybody's excited, and a lot of people are telling you, hey, I told you so, right? There's a lot of I told you so's out there from a lot of people that were bag holding this stuff for months, years. And it all depends on your timing. Like right now, people are asking, hey, should I buy and get in? Depends on your timing. If you're looking to get in now, for me, it seems pretty high, but it all depends on your timing and your plan, man. So you just don't know. But for us, it's rocking heavily in play. I got coin. Another one that people like is MSTR. There's so many out there. Let me get a gauge for what you guys like. Friends, put in chat, both on YouTube and in our chat, which was your favorite? Just pick one. Favorite Bitcoin play. We have MSTR, we have Mara, we have coin. There's so many. Clean Spark, Riot. I mean, you name it. Even Hood, although they're not, they're probably my least favorite. Let me see what people are saying here. MSTR. Wow, a lot of MSTR.
Yeah.
Ibit, MSTR, Coin, MSTR, Mara. I'm surprised how many people are like MSTR, Mara, Coin, Hood, Mara. Okay, a lot of Mara's coming in now. All right, so there's it's like a big four, like the top four that people like. MSTR seems to lead the way. Mara is like a second. And not many people like coin. I'm surprised. I like coin. It does so well. But yeah, okay. Interesting. Interesting to see where people sit on that one. All right. So, guys, that's our gap up list. There's more on here, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to skip through some of that. A lot of it is made up of, again, crypto plays, Bitcoin play this morning, and the top five we looked at don't look all that great right now. Let's start over to our gap down. I'm going to look at RMR. So what is this? This is Larimar Therapeutics. They are down 14%. They were green this morning, then into the red zone. And I'm not a fan. 37 million shares float right now, 647,000. John, there might be some news here. Maybe something went wrong as far as face trial or earnings. What's going on with these guys today?
Yeah, Larimar, I can't even say it. Larimar Therapeutics announces positive initial data from ongoing long-term open label extension studies. So, this is another one of those therapeutics companies that has had a good result in their tests, and that'll always have some impact on the stock. And that was just
Yeah,
released at 7 o'clock this morning. So,
okay, that makes sense. I mean, it did start moving right at 7. Before that, there's nothing happening. This stock doesn't get any love at all. So that makes sense why they're moving there. It is in play. I don't like these therapeutics companies at all. I don't like lower price, so it's not going to fit my style. So I'm going to skip right to it to another one that I do like trading quite a bit, and it's going to be SMCI. I'm definitely not alone in that one. I know you guys like this one as well. In play today, guys, but this time we are really losing it here. Down 11.2, 6.6 million shares traded. Man, I like what I'm seeing here. So it's the fun over in SMCI. I mean, we went so high. We covered their gap down from end of October, early November. You can see here, this is their gap down. We went right to it. And now we're seeing a bit of a sell-off back down to 32 from the highs of 48 just a few days ago. So I like the volume, like what I'm seeing here. Will be on my list today. John, not sure if you had an opportunity to check what else is going on here. I mean, they clear their financials. I think they hire or an interim CFO or two CFOs competing for the same position, whatever they were doing. And now they're down again. So anything new has come out on this thing?
yeah, as a matter of fact, shares of SMCI went down 11.4% in the pre-market because the reports are suggesting the company tapped Evercore to raise capital, is considering raising equity and debt. So apparently people, traders didn't like that news.
Yeah, it's not gonna do very well. So maybe some financial troubles on their front that they're trying to raise capital. So yeah, not the greatest headliner, of course. So that's going to hurt their price. But again, that's good for us. We got some movement on it. But this stock just trades well. I find it very easy to read the price action when it is in play. I like it today. It being down 11.4. Here was some really good volume, so it will be on my list this morning. AEG today. AEG. Ugh, this looks like garbage. Algon, New York. There's nothing New York about this, man. This just looks brutal. All right, we're gonna move on. Yeah, we'll spend no time on this. No time. SMR. SMR this morning, nuke scale power. We've seen this ticker before in the past. I don't ever put it on my list. I think there's other better things to look at. Other things are going to get better volume, trade better. Over the last couple of days, these guys went from 31 to 20, so on a very serious downtrend. But it's just not my thing, man. John, is this your thing? I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, new scale power. It's one of those nuclear energy companies. So the stock apparently is up over 700%. Well, it must have been pretty damn low if it was up 700%. But what else do we have on this that's interesting? We don't play nuclear
Yeah,
stocks too
that's
often. Some of us.
yeah. I mean, this stock it moves. Look at the daily. You see a lot of play in it. I just find there's other better things to look at. So I'm gonna keep it off my list for now. So far, guys, we got PLTR, AVGO, we have Coin, we have SMCI on deck, and I have Mara here on a secondary. In MSTR. How can I not add MSTR after everybody's saying how great this one is? And it is great, but again, another one just like Coin. You got to be very careful with your share sizing, right? So risk management is a must. You could do very well, make a decent amount without having to load up the boat on this one as well. All right. That's it. That covers our gap up and down, man. Let's go over to you, John. Anything that you like this morning that we haven't talked about yet? And then chat, get ready for your tickers. I know we'll look at MU. I see you guys throwing that out there. We'll look at some tickers you guys are mentioning. But John, let's go to you first, man. What do you like this morning that we haven't talked about?
Well, a lot of people have been calling out MU for the last 20 minutes, and also it looks as though Andrew Aziz has added MU to his watch list, and others, Mike as well. So I think it's been a worthwhile stock to trade. I think over the last month or two, it's very active. I know that John Hills trades it from time to time. We should keep our eye on MU today.
Yeah, I just you mentioned this. I'm seeing moderators with their lists already. A51, A54 moderators have their lists ready. You guys hanging out in the East Coast? The West Coast guys are like hanging out on the East Coast. I think that is awesome. That is early. Love it, love it, love it. All right, MU. Let's take a look at that one. Up 3.4, 1.1 million shares traded. So that is looking pretty decent today. Again, MU lets us down more than what it trades well. So yeah, I will look at it. I think it's worth putting on a secondary list. But can we get the breakout that we're looking for here out of MU, right? And usually when MU is getting some kind of love, you know who else is getting a lot of great love? NVIDIA. NVIDIA will get the volume. NVIDIA will get the move. Even sometimes TSM. And what I tell you, look how great this pre-market activity looks, right? So you look at MU, you look at this, you're like, wow, this is beautiful. 5.4, up almost 0.5% from being in the red. It's just, man, MU has a tough time competing with an NVIDIA that looks like this. Let's take a look at some other ones that are going to be here. AMD, not so much. And at TSM, they were in play last week when they gapped up, but today they're not doing anything hot. I mean, I'm going NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA's got it going on today right now. Tons of volume. John, anything in this semi sector? I know you might have not had time to look that up yet, but anything in the semi world that might be moving NVIDIA or maybe MU today?
Carlos, I'm very interested in Nvidia. I traded a lot, but I'm thinking that I might take some shares long term, or at least swing Nvidia, because I think that it's been somewhat dormant for the last month. It hasn't really moved, but it's still. I don't know what's going to drive that stock down. It seems to me there's clear blue skies for Nvidia. It's just a stock that probably won't stop, and I want to get in while it's in its the 130s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, stocks like these, man, where there could be high flying, you just got to start buying in, right? Maybe don't put everything in all at once. Again, not financial advice at all, but these are stocks. If you think long term, getting in at least a good idea. I did that with American Airlines. Just got in slowly. Was at 12, went down to 9. I just kept buying little by little because I knew it could have went down. Went down to 9, and then it just shot up, right? So. Buying in is a great strategy if you're looking to do that. Like you don't want to load the boat right now. You want to see if it's going to go lower. That's the way that you can do that as well. It really looks great, guys. Pre-market action looks really nice this morning. MU's got more volume than we've seen in a long time in the pre-market, up 3.2. I like the daily on MU because it's got the possible breakout. And it's been a couple of really big days out of MU. 97, 105 on this drop here. So you're getting better moves than we have in the past. Hopefully that can continue today. All right, let's get to the chat. See what else you guys like this morning. Sound is going wild. Let's take a look at sound
Mm-hmm.
without the D there. Sound, yeah, sound was active Friday. If you guys remember Friday, it did gap up slightly. Had a beautiful day on Friday, and that's continuing today again. I really like this one. Looks good. 5.8 million shares traded. John, let's know if you have any news on it while we look at these numbers. 6.7 gap up right now. Yeah, let's add sound to the list. And that's far way too many for me. So we got to fine tune this list. We got PLTR, we got AVGO, we have coin. I got to go between coin and MSTR. You know what? I'm gonna go MSTR today. I'm gonna follow you guys and see how MSTR does this morning. I will put coin down on a secondary. Not going to completely discard it here, but we'll go MSTR today based on the votes that we got in chat on YouTube and also in our members tab. NVIDIA and sound. And I think that's going to make my list. Sound looking very active this morning. John, what's the news on sound, if any?
Well, sound has gone up 217% since November 1st. It's one of the hot stocks. As I said earlier, as I go through the YouTube videos over the weekend, it seems like a lot of people are hawking sound and as one of those, PLTR, sound, NVIDIA, Tesla. These are the stocks that a lot of retail traders are going to be watching.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, I like this one. So yeah, we'll call it there. I think it's a great list so far. POTR, AVGO, SMCI, MSTR, NVIDIA, and Sound. And we didn't even look at Tesla yet, which I am going to throw in a secondary. That's going to be in play as it continues to crush here. So Tesla will be
Mhm.
on there. I see people mentioning Amazon. We'll take a quick look at some other ones. Amazon has a beautiful daily. Man, we have so much to watch today, but we can't watch everything. So I'm glad our moderators are going to be watching different tickers. They'll call out stuff in the chat. Guys, if you want to try out the chat, take our memberships at bearwoodtraders.com. You can come in here. We trade all day. Like we're literally on all day. Somebody's on here. We're looking at things. Members are chatting. So definitely take a look at that. But the daily on Amazon, John, this looks really nice. Looks like it wants to break out here, man. This looks it just needs a little bit of a push, and we might be hitting 234 now. So really like the setup. I think it'll be in play for days to come. Might not be today, but I think this will be in play in the future. Um, one more, John, and then we'll get ready to go to announcements. It's Google. If you guys remember, Google last week had the giant day here, $10 move, and their daily is looking really nice. It's holding. We got a healthy pullback to 190, and now we're looking to retest hopefully these all-time highs here. So, man, so much to look at. I'm gonna add the last one. I said promise, bro. I'm not gonna add no more to the list. Just Google here, up 1.4, 367,000. All right. Let's John, let's take the team and our viewers on what we are having this week, starting with Monday. What's coming up for this week?
Monday, yeah. Well, we have Brendan at noon with his DAS Trader Pro setup and basics. Now, that's really for those of you who do use DAS, you really should check in with him if you have any questions, and he'll go through some and educate you. And I've learned from Brendan just by contacting him directly, but always fun to learn more about DAS. No matter how long you've been using it, there's always something you can do to improve it. Then, of course, we have Carlos, who has been doing this forever, it seems. Every Monday night at 8 p.m., he's going to do his onboarding class, and does a great job there. Has a lot of new people. We do have quite a few new people coming in every week. I highly recommend you go ask any questions of Carlos, and he will guide you through and help you out, help you get started. Then on Tuesdays, this particular Tuesday, we have a webinar this week. It's by Lenny at 8 o'clock, all the way from Colombia. He didn't have to travel very far for that retreat. But anyway, he's going to talk a little bit about how to read the pullback and trade the ABCD pattern. So I'll be there with him tomorrow night. Hopefully you'll join us. And the following week, we will not be having a webinar. So Andrew has kindly posted happy holidays. That would be Christmas Eve. Nothing going on there. Every Wednesday we have psychology webinars. And this week it's Dr. Vanessa Charlin, Trading Beyond Fear, Mastering the Psychology of Risk and Resilience. You can't have enough psychology training, I guess. And then the following week, again, we will not have a webinar because it'll be Christmas. So Mike has kindly said, happy holidays. And then what do we have here? Oh, this would be Trading with Bookmap. That's at noon. It's good to have these midday for the people who have finished trading and you want to take a little time to learn about Bookmap. And I've been talking about getting Bookmap for quite a long time, and I shall. I just have some other priorities to work on, but I will get Bookmap, and I'll be contacting Nathan and joining him on Wednesdays at noon to learn more about how to set up my Bookmap. Then, of course, Thursdays was Mentorship Day, and we have John Hiltz at 11 o'clock. And he's basically there to answer, any questions about trading. And then, of course, we have our options experts, Jared and Megan. They're at 2 o'clock on, what day is this? Thursday. So yeah, of course. So we have that. If you're into options, and many of you are, I know. And who else do we have on Thursday? Well, of course, we have Thursday. And he's on at 8 o'clock. He has just celebrated his, how many years is it? 18-year wedding anniversary. He took his wife up to New York. He should be back.
Yeah,
I think he's
something
coming
like
back
that.
later
Yeah.
today. In fact, he will not be on the mic today at 11 because I don't think he'll be back for some of you. And of course, we have all of our membership options. And as I've said in many occasions, I started with the intro and then I went to the monthly. And then I said, hell, I'm getting into this community. This is too much fun, so much information, so much to learn, and very supportive group. So, of course, I went Elite Annual. I highly recommend that you give it a try at least. I know we have some members who have taken the monthly because of, affordability and stayed with Bear Bull Traders on a monthly basis until they can afford to take advantage of the best offer, which is the Elite Annual. What else do we have?
All right.
Young man?
Excellent, John. No, that's it. That's it. Pretty good, man. Thank you so much. For those that don't know, John helping to cover for Peter the last 3 days, I believe, John. So really, really appreciate your help, man. It's not easy to do this show on your own, but really appreciate it. All right. Friends, take a look at the gappers list. So right now, POTR, AVGO, SMCI, MSRT, NVIDIA, and Sound. And yes, I know Tesla is on our secondary list, but we just have so much to watch today. So if we have time, we'll do levels for. If not, Tesla, again, will be in play. Alongside MU's another good one. Just so much to look at today. So that's good. That's a great way to start this trading week. All right, POTR. Let's take a look at here. Recent all-time highs are hanging out all the way at 81, 80, 86. We'll call it 80, 86, might be lower. But all-time pre-market high this morning, 77.89. So we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we have the great levels, highs and lows for the last two trading days. So a little bit of a breakout this morning. At least it tried getting pushed back down here. So losing some of the ground from the pre-market highs. And we set a pre-market low at 74. 55 this morning. So there it is. PRTR looks very good, very explosive. I think this is a great ticker to watch, man. When it trades well, it can really give you some good opportunities. Let's look at AVGO. AVGO gapping up again, up 3.1. 3.2 million shares traded. And as you guys know, this stock is, it's not the easiest stock to trade, but the last couple of days we've seen an increase in volume and it's trading much better, right? Even Friday, like I'll be honest, I was not expecting this great trading out of it on Friday. It did that beautiful breakout, a little bit of a pullback to the VWAP, and then at 12, it just turns on the engines, and man, it trades so clean. I could see John taking a high of day breakout here. This is like what he does all the time. So hopefully he was able to get advantage of that, and then look at the breakout, never looks back. So AVGO in play again, gapping up again today. Let's see where it goes from here. As far as our daily levels, do we have anything above that? We're sitting at all-time highs. I feel like everything is all-time highs. AVGO going back in the monthly, yep, all-time highs. So nothing to see above that pre-market high, friends. You're all set there. SMCI, one of my favorite stocks to look at this morning, very active. As we slide lower here today, we are low of the 30.91. So we'll slam one there. High of the pre-market at 32.70. So we'll slam another one there as well. Towards the top up here on the daily, you do have your highs and lows for the last two trading days. Previous day close. In the middle here, we do have a level that I think is worth noting, 34.29. Got a couple of days slamming in here, so you do want to have that level as well. And then just in case we go below that 30.91, which we set as our pre-market low, we are going to see on the daily around 29.47. 29.47, we have a level there as well. The big level is down at 27.61. Again, that would be a big move for them to go through, especially when we are already down 12.6. I know that 27 might not be so easy to get to, but they have the momentum, they have the volume. It is looking really nice this morning. And just keep in mind, guys, don't have a bias. This thing can change directions and be green the entire market open. So again, be flexible and quick to change direction if you need to. 435.62 is the high of the pre-market on MSTR. Towards the bottom, you are set down here. For those that missed it, we did a quick inquiry in both chats, and MSTRs heavily on both sides, on our members and also on YouTube. So out of all the favorite crypto type plays or Bitcoin, this is one of the tickers that people like the most. So very interesting here. 418.23 is the low of the pre-market towards the top. The high is 435.67. So we'll slam those two. And then towards the bottom here, highs and lows for a couple of days got you covered. Do not need to add anything else. There is a level here, though. You can see it. It's like grab you by the face type level. This 399.92. It might actually be 400, but this level here, if you draw a line right on there, you can see how many days are slamming into that. You got to have down, right? So if we do fall below the previous day close, that's going to be a very important level for this. It could be a psychological level, right? 400 is like that number that people just use as a level just because it is 400. Same thing we'll do at 40 and also 500. So even though we don't have a lot of touches there, that could be psychological levels based on just that whole dollar number. All right, heading down over to NVIDIA. Let's take a look here. NVIDIA this morning is trying to stay green, struggling a little bit here. High of the pre-market, 134.89. Tons of volume, 6 million right now, and climbing 133.05 towards the bottom. And then look at towards the top here, highs and lows for the last two trading days are doing a pretty good job up there. Below the previous day close, in case we do slam lower, 131.90 is going to be a good one. So we're going to definitely slam a level there. And that 131.90, you can see how much support you have there over the last couple of months. That's been an area where this stock has been able to find support, change things around, and go for like a $20 move the other direction. So this time we're struggling. We're staying here a little bit longer, and we're definitely struggling to get that bounce that we've seen in the past. But NVIDIA, of course, always great to look at in play. Here's SoundHound this morning, high of the pre-market, 18.23. Towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market, we're going to slam it at 16.46. As you guys slam that thumbs up on YouTube, we're sitting only at 121 likes with 600 people watching. We'd love to be a little bit higher, so we'll love your support. Help us there by slamming that thumbs up. Again, we ask because it means a lot to our show. It really does. Looking at the monthly, oh, this is interesting. Look at the monthly on Sound. We are right. I guess it's IPO back 22 in May. we are right at that like their second month high. So their all-time highs, I don't think, have we surpassed it? Yeah, we might have by a couple of cents, but really by a couple of cents. I think we're right on it. So very interesting price action here this morning. I think this will be a lot of fun going into today's trading. So Soundhound in play for sure. We do have plenty of shares for sure. It looks like, yeah, 7 million. So we could play this both ways. If it starts to hit some resistance, we can possibly have some short opportunities here as well. All right, awesome. I'm very excited about today. Tons of stuff to look at. John, take us through what our moderators are watching. I see their list is already, and then Brian and Andrew trading live for you guys in just a few minutes here.
All right. Looks like Andrew Aziz may be home. I'm not sure, but he'll tell us about that when he gets on the mic. He's watching AVGO, Tesla, MSTR, PLTR, MU. That's a pretty big list. SMCI. And then we have Eamon, potential longs, NEM. We didn't even talk about that, or WFC. Mike is got Tesla and MU on his list, as well as Megan has Tesla and MSTR. Gary's got quite a few stocks. Anybody that posts 5 stocks, that's pretty impressive. SMCI, Tesla, MSTR, AVGO, PLTR, HUT, which was pretty active last week, so I can see why he would watch that. Avi always watches the Mag 7 and AMD. And then we got Pierre. Pierre is he's watching quite a few stocks as well. 5, Tesla, AVGO, PLTR, SMCI, and MSTR. Boy, those stocks are popular. And Phil, SMCI, NVIDIA, AVGO, MSTR, Mara, and MU. A lot of similarities in these watch lists, no?
No surprise today, man. These tickers are all hot this morning. I'm trying to keep it down to 6. Some people have 7 or 8, but it's just that type of day. I mean, I have Tesla on my list. That's how great of a day it is as far as how many tickers we can look at, right? So, all right, I see Andrew is connected. Let's get over to Andrew. John, again, thanks for the last couple of days. I think Peter will be back tomorrow, but good to have you on deck, man. Whenever we need your help, it's great to have that support. So I appreciate that. So see you, my friend. Thanks. And over on YouTube, guys, we're going to go to live trading now. We do have Andrew setting up here, and Brian should be on shortly. Where's Brian's list? I didn't see Brian's list today. Did not see Brian's list. Okay.
All right, guys. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We cannot see you, but we can hear you.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm outside trading. Thank you so much, guys. That was amazing. John, you're doing great in YouTube. Maybe we should ask Peter not to come back and just keep John in the room, huh? What do you think? The people who think John Rafsila should replace Peter just like the video. All right. I'm just joking. So yeah, a screen. I'm going to share my screen for sure. Mr. Pezim. Where is Mr. Pezim? You guys can hear Brian? Because I can't hear Brian.
He's not in.
Oh, he's not in yet. Okay, perfect. So I'm here so myself until he comes. I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he's joining us. He's doing morning yogas with the chicas. So MSTR and PLTR were added to S&P 500. And I think SMCI were kicked out of S&P 500. So SMCI gapping down 12%. MSTR is gapping up 3%. So when the companies are getting into S&P 500, usually it's easier for them to raise capital. So MSTR is now popping up 3%. Bitcoin went up to 106, now is at 104. So things are pretty good in our bank accounts. So until now, Tesla is gap up another 1%. Tesla is now, I mean, it looks like it wants 450. I mean, this is really extended on a daily chart to Tesla. So it's not a bad idea if you're having some Tesla, take some partial maybe, because that looks super extended. Plus the valuation of Tesla is really high. It's like over 130. The average of S&P is like 26, 27. So it's like 6 times more expensive than all S&P 500 companies. And Alizia, no, shorting it is also super tricky. So just something because it's super high doesn't mean that it's a good short, because this can easily go higher and higher. So risk management is super important. Super important. So Hannah, the news is out for MSTR. So the news is out that it's up 3%. And then it's going to be, I think the news came out on Friday for S&P 500. AVGO broadband, that one was also a beast yesterday. So this one is the first, another $1 trillion company. AVGO is, we traded that Friday, very nice. So I actually like AVGO, trades really nice. So it's at all-time high opening. Yeah, AVGO is definitely on my watch for this. I knew it's going to gap up. Usually these stocks that are super strong, usually gap up the next day. So that's why Brian always, adds some. Keep some for the next day pop up. So let's see what the AVGO. So I'm looking at AVGO for opening range breakup. If it stays near 232, 231.75 or something like that above the VWAP, Tesla opening range breakup toward R3 as well. Same as MSTR. MSTR, if it comes above the VWAP, could be opening range breakup. Yeah, Jared, PLTR P is 162. It's crazy. I don't know how that works. So laptop, we're gonna give this week laptop Mahyar on Wednesday. So yeah, laptop is in session just on Wednesday. Make sure to like the video so you'll be added into the draw. You have to like the videos, guys, to be added into the draw. I know you don't like to give us like, but it helps you in the draw. All right, so that's it. So anything else people thinking? PLTR is kind of, I don't like PLTR that much right now. It's a nice volume and price action, but it's kind of flat. Like it went up green and then down 1%. We'll see what's gonna happen with it. Mr. Pesim hasn't made it yet, huh? If anyone wants to join, if Brian can't make it today, I didn't check my phone. Maybe there's something. If anyone wants to join for the open, feel welcome. I know our open traders, Pierre can join, Abby, Nathan, Lenny, whoever wants to join. Thor is in anniversary trip, yeah. Steve, join in Vancouver. Then we trade open together. Guys, I just want to remind you guys, Vancouver next year, end of March 29th, 30th, and 31st is going to be one of our best events. 3 days, 1 day TEDx, gala dinner, party, and then the next day all the presentations, and then Monday morning live trading. I really hope that everyone can join. Our VIP tickets are sold out, but the regular tickets are available. So I'm really looking forward to see you. A lot of people who were in Colombia sign up. I know Kerry sign up, Cindy sign up. All of our moderators will be there. So it's a great time. I think even Eamon this time might make it if he applies for his visa on time. And then you see Paris dancing, you see Abby getting drunk. So anything that you want. Is there an option without TEDx? So not really, but the cost is the same. So if you sign up, you're welcome not to join the TEDx. Why? What's your problem with TEDx, Simmer? Yes. All right. Alrighty, we are going. Yeah, you have an axe to grind with the TED. Well, short attention span. So TED Talks are usually 6 minutes with some entertainment and shows in between. Yeah, some could be a little bit annoying, but we try to make it really breaking out the session, so make it fun and entertaining. Um, PLTR just popped up, so that's interesting. AVGO. If AVGO stays about around the VWAP, that would be super nice. All right, guys, and also a reminder, guys, that boot camp. You start the boot camp in January 2025, in 2 weeks after the holidays. If anyone is interested, feel free to join us for the boot camp. We're going 3 months working, with our senior traders, developing your trade books. Tesla, MSTR. Tesla is just keep going up, huh? All right, guys, good luck this morning. Nobody's joining me for live trading, huh? They're all chickened out, huh? It's okay. Everybody's chickening out for live trading. That is okay. It's hard. Trading in the open hard, and also in the chat room is pretty hard. Chris, you're gonna come. Chris also, he was in Chris. All right. Paris, if you want, join through the VMix link, because I don't think Brian is joining us. It's 2 minutes to open, so he was a good man, Brian. He shorted the stocks. He traded like a doodly. Sold coffee, did yoga, flirted with the girls, and he wrote books. Went to Colombia, failed at picking up girls.
Are you doing my epitaph?
Oh, you're here. Yeah, we didn't hear from you, so we thought that talk about a tribute to you.
Already, you've already got me buried.
Yeah.
No, I use my phone to as an alarm, and I never took it to bed for some reason. So there you go.
Who did you take to bed instead?
Well,
All right. So let's get back into character, guys. 1 minute to the open. 30 seconds, actually, as a matter of fact. Brian, as things are moving really nicely, MSTR potential opening range breakout, AVGO potential opening range breakout, and Tesla potential opening range breakout, because Tesla is gapping up very nicely again. Right?
Amazon, Google gapping up nicely.
Spies stuff. So let's see what Tesla doing. Tesla, man, this thing doesn't have any.
SMCI dropping.
All right, ding, 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 ding.
Here we go.
Market is open, guys. I love volume on AVGO, but it's super volatile. Let's wait until the dust settles. Ding, 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 ding. Good luck, guys. Good luck, everybody.
Tesla dropped a bit.
AVGO. MSTR. I don't like MSTR that much right now.
Nvidia's dropping.
Bouncing back home. Or AVGO is doing a very nice pop. If I can get a pullback on AVGO, it would be nice. Yeah, now it's breaking out. SMCI also opening range breakout. I'm looking for a pullback on them. No FOMO yet. Looking for a FOMO. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla is interesting too. Let's see what Tesla doing. Right, I'm gonna get a small long on Tesla 440.50. Let's see if you can do a 1 minute engulfing. Stop loss would be below low of the day. How many shares did I took? Only 800 shares of Tesla for now. SMCI is going to go to 33, huh?
I'm looking at that.
AVGO. Right, looking at the, okay, so I'm going to get a stop down on Tesla. I'm all out of Tesla, guys. Am I out? Oh, yeah. I'm all out of Tesla. Let's see what AVGO is doing. AVGO is doing also a small pullback. I'm going to get a long on AVGO, 234.41 on this pullback. Let's see if AVGO can break off high of the day, 235. I got a partial fill on that.
Just
How many shares did I take?
long a little bit of
AVGO.
let's see, SMCI
All right, guys,
through
AVGO
33.
to breaking. All right, guys, I'm long AVGO, guys. Average is 234.51. Let's see if we can go through 236. Tesla's coming back up too.
Yeah, I'm long some Tesla.
I'm back long on Tesla as well, guys. I'm back long on Tesla
Yeah.
as well. Ah, shit, I'm getting partial fills. Yeah, I'm back long on Tesla, guys, too. So I'm long Tesla and AVGO. You can see my chart, guys, entries and exits. I'm not really getting good feels today. Maybe it's the internet, maybe it's not. 445 maybe on Tesla.
Here goes Tesla. Yeah, nice.
Oh, AVGO, guys, Allahu Akbar. Look at that.
Oh,
Oof, 237.
yeah.
Oh,
Nice
my
one.
God. Oh, my God.
I got
God is great. Nice.
out of the rest. Got out of the rest of AV or SMCI.
Your SMCI.
Looks like it's
All right, I'm getting out of
going back.
Tesla, guys. So, oh, shit. I'm short on Tesla. So I'm all out of Tesla. I still long AVGO, guys. A lot of AVGO. Selling some more, 238. R4 is at 238.61. I'm all out of Tesla, guys. Tesla is super volatile.
Yeah, I got
This
out of the
is
rest of
near my
Tesla too. AVGO is still powering up.
AVGO is nice. Yeah, I'm adding a little bit more on AVGO, 237. Let's see if we can get to R4 at 238. Wow, nice. Wow, it's amazing. Did anyone took AVGO? AVGO was super nice. Tesla was a little bit tricky, like a cowboy trade, but AVGO is super clean. 238, 240 might be today.
Yeah, it's
Nice,
definitely
David. Nice.
on a
You want to
tear.
keep in chat? Oh yeah.
You know, funny. I after hours I tried to on Friday. Never got him though, unfortunately.
Guys, do you see my screen? Everybody should be able to see my screen. So, all right, guys. Yeah, AVGO. I'm looking at AVGO. My average on AVGO is 234.96. So essentially 235. So if I get a stop down, Tesla is coming back up. I'm all out of it. But Tesla is coming back up. What a day! What a trade!
Wow, Nvidia is selling off hard. It's lost yesterday, Friday. Like say yesterday,
Yeah,
Friday's low.
media season
Tesla
is
coming
not fun
back.
anymore.
No, AVGO is the new kid in town.
Yeah, exactly. Tesla looks like it wants to go up for the break of high of the day.
445 for Tesla.
Wow, Tesla 5 minutes green range break up. Yeah, it was kind of a little. It's very difficult to like that 933 candlestick stopped me out, but this is really now squeezing people. Wow. All right, so I'm not in Tesla, but I'm still in AVGO. Let's see if I'm getting a stopped out or not.
Wow, 445. There's 445.
Wow, Tesla. Brian, are you into setting some calls with me?
I was gonna text you on Friday. I was gonna say, good thing we didn't sell any 435 calls on Tesla. Although we might have been okay, but with the premium that we would have
Right.
gotten. But
Yeah, but the problem is the premium dropped really on Friday, really
yeah,
really bad. See,
which
right now,
isn't
what do we have
surprising.
here? Yeah, which isn't surprising. So right now, calls for December 20th for what are we trading at? Like 500. It's gonna get $1.80 for 500, Brian. That's
Yeah.
another
Oh, it's,
10%.
well, it's going to be good right now because you got a lot of time on your side.
Should we sell some?
That's the one about the zero. That's the one thing about the zero DT calls. When you get into the afternoon or even late at morning, it really starts to price to really starts to erode just as time
All right,
lag.
guys. Shit. Fuck. AVGO, guys. Sorry. AVGO. I
And
tried to add some. I didn't get filled. So I'm partialing now at 238.55. I'm getting
I'm
239, guys, out. Wow.
whoa,
Wow.
man,
AVGO, guys. Anyone is still in there? I'm still like having 4,000 shares of AVGO. Damn it.
the humanity.
Brian,
AMD is
515
just
calls, $1. Do you want to sell some?
550. I'll look at it. Man, I just
540 is
yeah.
40 cents. What do you think about that? It's not going to hit
I'm just
550.
I think it's a little early to like. There's too much volatility right now. Just wait till things settle down to see. Uh,
All right, let's see if Tesla seems a little bit toppy.
yeah, I'm long some. I'm gonna get long some puts here on Tesla. I think. Let's just see if it
So you want to short?
happens. Yeah, I'm
Let's buy some
thinking, but
puts.
maybe
What puts do
not.
you need to
Maybe
buy?
not. Looks like it's still gonna go higher. Yeah, it's still gonna go higher probably.
450 puts, $16. Get the hell out of here. Oh,
I could see Tesla going to 500 this week.
that another 10% move?
Yeah, it's just
Get the hell out of here. This Elon Musk, man. All right. Guys, I'm getting out more on a AVGO at 238.50 here. 238.90 something. AVGO is a little bit choppy now as Tesla keeps going higher.
yeah, it's going to go to 450. I'll bet it's only $4 from it.
Jared, you covered your short because that was a little bit tricky.
Just long some
Our 4 is at
445
4.
calls.
Jared was short Tesla. I hope that.
AMD's bouncing back. Ooh, Nvidia's bouncing back. I'm long
SMCI.
some.
Oh shit.
I'm long some 445 calls on Tesla.
SMCI was also nice. All right, I'm getting out more at 239 on AVGO, guys. I had a very, very solid trading day. The life is pretty interesting from this front. 240 on AVGO. What a day, guys. What a day. What a day. What a day. Look at that. SMCI 34. SMCI recovered very nicely too. SMCI was a nice long. What a day. PLTR bounce back is garbage. NVDA is not really. What did MSTR do?
Nvidia's coming
Nothing.
back up. Came a big bounce on
Any
Nvidia.
was also good. Wow, amazing, guys. Guys, amazing, amazing.
Still waiting for
PMI at
Tesla.
945. PMI at 945. Tesla 450. Yeah, I think 450. I
Yeah.
can see 450 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the Canadian finance minister resigned?
Is that a good news for us Canadian or bad news?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's just big news.
Big news. I think probably it's just more of like a political move.
I don't know.
They want to show that.
Oh, the housing minister, Sean Fraser.
He resigned?
No, finance
Oh,
minister also.
Krista
resigned.
Freeland
No.
Yeah.
is resigning.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
was-
So what's your opinion,
Yeah.
Brent, as a proud Canadian? What's your
She
opinion
was-
about this?
She didn't really resign. She was Trudeau told her that he didn't want her as finance minister anymore, and he was going to give her another job, and she said no thanks.
Yeah. I think there were reports of a lot of infighting between the PMO and the finance ministry. A lot of butted heads
There you
over
go.
the tax break and the $250 like check bonus
Yeah.
people are supposed to get.
Yeah, the elect me bonus.
Yeah, pretty much bribe money.
Yeah.
But you know,
Okay.
she constantly put her foot in her mouth a lot with the canceling Disney Plus to save money due to inflation, and
Right.
you know,
That's why somebody from Ottawa called me. I think it was Prime Minister office. I think they want to offer the job to me. I had a missed call yesterday.
don't
from,
take it. It's a trap.
number from-
Yeah.
All right, guys. If I could start my day as finance minister, no taxes on anything. Everybody gets a $1 million check. Oh my god. Okay, guys, let's get back into character. Tesla sold off.
Tesla's pulling back, so I had to
let's-
sell the rest of my
I told you,
calls.
Brian, let's sell some calls. You
Yeah.
said no, it's 500.
It's 450.
All right, guys, I sold more AVGO at 240, near 241. So yeah, so I still have 1,000 shares of. I still have 1,000 shares of AVGO, guys. At my average is 235.
Yeah, AVGO is looking really nice here. Nice move up. Looks like what does it have? Book map.
Guys, I'm pretty good right now. Actually, in my account, my
And
position is so you can see my open positions, guys, here on my screen. So closed PNL is $28,000 now. I have $8,000 also unrealized. So pretty good for me. I don't need to mess around with Tesla. If anything, I don't think Tesla is long right now because Tesla really rejected that. So if anything, maybe Tesla is a short. Brian didn't allow us to sell
250,
some.
250 on the AVGO. There's an order there, but that's kind of quite a long way, and there's a lot of orders to the down on AVGO. Doesn't mean it's going to go there, but
Brian, 5:15 Tesla calls. Are you in this with me?
it might be a good play. I just worries me going short or going shorting Tesla potentially. AVGO looks like it still wants to go.
AVGO, yeah, I'm holding 1,600 shares of AVGO, guys. Let's see if you can get to 242. It's going unbelievable, guys. AVGO. Selling some more here on AVGO, guys. You can see actually my, positions. Tesla is going to break it out. Tesla is going to go red today. I'm telling you, Tesla is weak, the price action. I think it's going to lose the VWAP. AVGO, guys. Guys, you can go. Those of you who guys are in YouTube, you can see my screen actually live in the chat room. I can't really share my, you can see my open positions, my entries and exit in the chat room. I can't do it on the YouTube, unfortunately. But if you want, you can just sign up for intro plan that as a trial, so you can actually see the community in there as well. So, so Farhad is asking about the calls. So what you can do here is the situation here is what you can do is if you want to go short Tesla, there's a couple of ways of doing it. Either buy the put or sell the calls. When you're selling the call, means you're synthetically short Tesla. And they can say, for example, I think it's not going to hit $515 by the end of this week. And let me show you my my thing. So here we have actually education center about the selling calls and puts. So here, if you see my screen, so what you can see here, you can go to the calls, and so for example, you can see 500 now is trading at $1.41. So if you sell, for example, 100 contracts, you need 30% of the buying power. You collected $14,000. It goes into your account immediately. Now, if Tesla doesn't hit 500 by Friday, then you collect this $14,000 on 100 contracts, and you just keep the money. So you're essentially becoming the broker, the market maker. A banker,
yeah, the banker.
So you're
sort of like
selling
the banker, yeah. But you're getting the money, but you're taking the risk.
Yeah.
Again, if you're interested in trading options, yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, if you're interested
Brian has
in
a
the
really
options trading, yeah, there's my book is available, How to Trade Options, on Amazon. It's got a lot of the basics plus some strategies you can use. AVGO keeps going up.
I know. I still have 600 shares.
Yeah, I'm long with you.
I'm gonna send a link to Brian. Here, I'm sending Brian's link for the book in the chat room, guys, and in the announcement, and also in YouTube, so you can take a look at it. And we always appreciate, guys, an honest review. Like my book needs a little bit of review, up to 18,000 reviews. That would be very nice if anyone can help me. All right, so Tesla is gonna go red, I think. I don't think Tesla is going much higher, but I'm not gonna go long, or I'm not gonna go short either. So I'm holding a little bit of AVGO to go toward 250. I told you AVGO is gonna gap up and continue going higher. Nobody listens to me. When I die, they write on my Wikipedia that nobody listened to this guy. He was right at the time. Nobody listens to me. So Farhad, shorting Tesla here is a little bit tricky, because if you short it at 440 now, 439, where do you want to put your stop loss? You have to put us at VWAP, which is very far. and what's your profit target is the previous day close. So the risk to reward is 1-to-1. So it's not really worth it right now. I mean, it would have been a really nice short above the VWAP. I was going to short it, but I just didn't want to ruin my day. I had a really good day. I was thinking at 9:46 shorting it because it was a huge rejection of R4. So, I kind of knew it's going to really drop. But I think it's going to go now to the red. I think Tesla is going to go red. Awesome. Thanks, Hulk, for that. I really appreciate if you write your review, honest review on Amazon as well.
Yeah, thanks, Hulk.
It really helps a lot. But yeah, so read a book. It's very easy. The good thing about Brian and I, our books are, because we're not, finance professional, our books are easy to read and easy to understand. Because when people are with the backgrounds of math and finance, they go deep into what they're good at and what they understand, and then you kind of lose the audience. Like, one of the things that I think my book was successful was a very book written by someone that is recently learned trading and step by step in a very methodical way. If a hedge fund wanted to write this book, it would have been completely different, and it would have been very, very, very different. So yeah, that's my idea. So somebody calling me from Ottawa. I told you it's Prime Minister. No, Prime Minister, I'm not interested. Yeah, so that's a very important. Sorry. Yes, Brent.
Oh, no, I was just about to say I read Freeland's resignation letter, and it's very damning. She doesn't pull any punches against the Prime Minister. It's
does or does not?
She does not pull any of her punches.
Of course, I mean, if he does, that's a carrier suicide. You're already gone. Why would you?
Yeah, she's staying as an MP, and she plans on running again. So we might see more party infighting, much more like the British party system, where maybe Trudeau will get kicked out. It's a rare thing to happen in Canada, but maybe there will be a revolt in the Liberal Party.
Yeah, I think it should. I think, in my opinion, I think the rotation of the power is very important. Like, Trudeau has been in power 10 years. I don't really follow politics of Canada in very detail because it doesn't move the U.S. market, and it really doesn't care. But I think they have to move. They have to, the other party has to come. They have to push their agenda. That's the beauty of democracy. The other party has to come. They push their agenda. You fight back, and that's make it beautiful. Like, if the one party is in power for too long, no matter if it becomes like Iran. I grew up in Iran. It's just one party in power. They do whatever they want. Everybody has to shut up. You don't want to live in that environment. I know, for example, in the US also, there was a big change of power, and that's beautiful. I know it's a lot of people, half of the country might be sad, but that's the beauty of democracy, that the other party comes, they push their agenda, you see how they love their country, and then, you have another chance in 4 years or 2 years or 8 years to push your agenda. I think, in my opinion, the change, rotation of power is super important. I think Trudeau has to go. I don't really follow his politics, but the other party has to come. They have also, things to say, economic agenda.
Yeah. Anyways,
let's get back to
Canadian politics. Yeah. Nobody.
Why do anyone read Canadian politics? It doesn't change the market. Nobody cares. Okay, look at AVGO, guys. 245. I'm gonna sell some more here. 245. I know, right?
That's awesome. I'm gonna look at selling some.
Jordan, yeah, that's my motto. Governor.
Nice. I'm for those Canadians who are with us, I'm long AVGO with these Canadian ETFs. You can trade some of these big stocks with Canadian funds. They don't for example, this one trades at only $58.
Yeah, SOXL was a good thing. I think AVGO is a big component of SOXL too. So SOXL is up now 4%, going to 32.
Qs are breaking out. They have broken out. They're at high of day again, and the SPY was at high of pre-market, and then it's pulled back now.
All right, guys. Guys, the Peak Capital Bootcamp people and fund account. There's a lot of people who are waiting for the payout. So I send the payout with PayPal. If you have some issues with the PayPal, you have to send me the wire transfer, like with the SWIFT code and everything. I know there's some people are having trouble with the PayPal, so I can't pay it back. So as you know, in the funded account, whatever profit that you take at the end of 3 months, I'm going to pay you. So, but I need PayPal because it's much easier. We don't have Venmo in Canada.
Interesting. PLTR is down $3 today, and it's still going down.
Tesla went red as prophecy fulfilled.
Yeah.
Prophecy fulfilled.
Seem to be getting a pullback right now.
All right, guys, pull back on everything. Tesla red. That's a great picture, Guy. It's really nice.
Yeah, cool.
Beautiful,
Got
guys.
the Acer.
Beauty.
Got the Acer laptop.
All right, so let's see. AVGO is bouncing back.
Nice.
AVGO is super strong. It's not even giving you 920.
Super strong.
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
I still have
Just
500
bounced
shares
off
of AVGO.
Just bounced off the 9 EMA. 2-minute chart.
Very nice, amazing, guys. All right, guys, how was your trading at YouTube, guys? Half an hour in the I am up 35,000. So you can see my account. Let me show you my account. So on the screen, the situation is pretty good here.
Wow. Look at that. I missed this trade, but so predictable. Tesla bounced right off PDC. Previous day close. I wish I'd have taken that, but I didn't. That's a trade you do, but you don't want to stay in that trade because the trend is down. But it would have been good for like a nice bounce with some options.
Yeah, AVGO is going to go to 246. You're right, Brian. 250. We're going to see the 250 on AVGO.
Yeah, you can see it right here.
What a great time to be trading. What a great time to be trading. Thank you, President Trump, Donald, Elon Musk, anybody who.
Well, this market's been strong pretty much all year. It's been an amazing. It's been an amazing year. No complaints.
Now that Canada's the 51st state, maybe we can get in on that action with our stocks.
Yeah. I don't. He says things off of the top of his head, but I think he'd be sorry after he saw how much debt he was inheriting.
Who?
Trump.
President Trump, he's awesome. So far in the market, he's amazing.
We've got a lot of debt. Yeah,
this national
may not be great.
This national debt is.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you may not be great for consumers, but it's for the companies and anybody who owns stocks is happy.
All right. So, although modern monetary theory says that you can print as much as money you want,
Yeah,
inflation reduce your debt and you tax future generations for it. That's one
that's
of the
true.
big economic theories for macroeconomic. So, essentially, they say any problem that can be solved in money is really not a problem. Uh, this has some people, for it. Some people say it's not true. We'll see. All right,
Look
AGO
at
245. I want
yeah.
250, guys. I want to get out at the end of 240. I have 400 shares left. Tesla bounced back from the previous day
Wow.
close.
Look at the Qs and the SPY continue to push higher here. Even AMD is finding some bidders.
AVGO is amazing. I think AVGO. Aaron is
Well,
asking YouTube. I think 250 is a good target. I think I'm probably getting out last of my position at uh, 250. I'm very
yeah,
satisfied right now trading.
damn. I should have been more aggressive on Friday buying AVGO. It
Yeah, I
actually,
knew it
it
was gonna
cl-
gap
yeah,
up on Monday.
yeah, I knew it was going to gap up on Monday too. And it was too,
I'm
I
surprised that you
didn't
did.
get to I didn't get to, I was thinking I was looking at, I should have bought, I was wanting to use options, but the market closed. Can't remember what I was doing on Friday. I wasn't near my computer.
All
Coulda,
right.
shoulda, woulda.
NVIDIA is not the jewelry of
Oh,
the
yeah,
market anymore, huh? The new town,
yeah,
AVGO.
nice trade on, that was a nice trade on Tesla. Jared, that was definitely a good entry right there, right at PDC. Didn't catch that. Didn't catch that myself, but yeah, nice trade on that. Right back up to VWAP too.
But guys, the situation is great. All right, I'm gonna pay Sergey $2,000 per. Sergey, I paid your invoice, so oops, I just paid Sergey's invoice for the funded account. So here, guys, see, so you can send me the invoice. So Sergey did trade very nicely. See in the chat room, and he sent me the invoice and $1,700 funded account payback. Congratulations. What you do, guys, is you send me the invoice. I mean, Sergey had issues, so he sent me the invoice. I usually send it as friends and family. So funded account payback, 1,700. Very nice. Congratulations, guys. So we have a really good trader. Right now, we have a really good trader that is up like $15,000, and it still has another month or so. So I'm super excited to see how he does. So that's and if you come join at bootcamp, guys, the funded account is included. So I don't know, Sergey, are you in the chat? Oh, there you go. Oh, Sergey is in the chat. Congrats, Sergey. Very good trading. Like very slow, very consistent. That's even though 1,700 is not that much, but if you look at it, for example, your account was only 12,500 in equity, you'd almost made 10% in 3 months, which is good. The goal is consistency. The goal is to learn how to trade and not to blow up. Sorry for the delay, Sergey. I mean, I had issues getting to my PayPal and traveling. Yeah, these
Goal,
holidays,
goal,
man. I know it's
goal is not to blow up.
that's the whole thing. If you can learn one thing from this community, that not to blow up your account, I think we did you a best favor in the world. Like I know I can't really make everybody trader. Like I know our community education is not 100% success rate, but if you can get one thing and only one thing, that don't blow up your account like I did back in 2022, don't fuck around with these leverage products, don't destroy your account fast, I think we did you the best service ever.
Tesla's coming back up.
That's coming back, and that's it. I think learning how to not blow up your account, like for example, not to stay short on a AVGO, or don't do anything crazy with options. I think we did a great education. Because trading is, it really takes some time, and you have to, put the time. You have to have the passion in it as well. Also, trading is not for everybody. Like it's like a video game. You have to press things right at the same. It's pattern recognition. It's like solving a puzzle every day. So it's some people just can't connect to that. I mean, I had a doctor who said, he was a surgeon. He said, no, this is not my passion. There was another guy who was a really good engineer, was in Silicon Valley. He said, it's just that it's not fun for me sitting behind the computer for $500 a day. I'd rather to, build a
Yeah,
product or service or something. And that's fair. Like it's not really for everybody and shouldn't be for everybody. Um, AVGO 250, huh, Brian? Are you in this with me?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, still sticking there.
Yeah, I am. I was actually a video gamer. I don't do it anymore. Like I was thinking of getting a console, because I'm also a very, I have an addictive personality. So I when I was married, I got a PS, a game console, and my ex-wife forced me to return it because she didn't want me to just spend all of my times gaming. So, but now that I'm single, I can do whatever I want. So I might actually get another one, especially now the government of Canada removed the GST on gaming consoles. I don't know why. Who's going to help that? But sure, we get it. No, but
But
my
that's a
addictive
tax.
personality is, yeah, that's a tax write-off for me,
That's it.
anyways. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't really help you as
as a business owner.
exactly.
Like imagine the Canada Revenue Agency comes and says, "Hey, why did you buy consult with the business?" And say, well, okay, trading is like a video game, so I was practicing for growing my business.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Farhad, I don't have a console anymore. I was thinking of getting it because these new games, man, like when I was playing in Iran, look, I wasn't really rich, so my computer was really bad, and I always had the issue of graphic card. Couldn't really these new games, they needed more and more, better graphic cards and better memory, and I really didn't have any money, and my dad wasn't giving me any money, so I was always missing out on the good games and low quality and stuff. But now these new games, you see, unbelievable. Like it's like you live within it. So I was thinking of maybe I should buy one.
I think you should.
John, ABGO was a great break of high of the day. What? Why did you miss the whole rally, John? Don't tell me that you missed the whole rally from 236 all the way to 240.
It's unlike John.
Oh, all right, so I'm going to a little bit more on ABGO to make it a $40,000 day, and then if the rest goes to 250. All right, anybody, guys? life story is a sad story.
Sad.
Yeah,
How
my,
did the
my
run
story,
go?
like, I was in Iran. We were like a middle class, like I was a lower middle class. My dad, never went to high school. He started working when he was in he started working from, he was a bellboy. And then he started to slowly build, small businesses and, shop, sold everything in there. But what happened to my dad was he got addicted. So his severe addiction to opioid. So he's kind of made a lot of money by the age of 40,
Hmm.
38. Not a lot of money. Like he had a shop that, had a good rental from it. It's okay rental. And then he got into addiction and then really his life really went down. The only thing that I remember as adulthood, my dad was always, high and, sleeping and, doing crazy stuff and eventually died very early. So 52, he died miserably. Like he had a stroke, he got disabled for 2 years and then eventually another stroke and died. So but what I wanted from my life, this is what I knew that I always wanted more from life. Like yeah, I wasn't happy from the childhood that this shit I
Went
don't
wrong,
accept that I have to
Tesla.
live like this. Okay, Tesla's gonna go
Yeah,
wrong.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt your story, but
No. I'm just saying that I was just saying that I wanted more from life. Like that's the whole thing. Like I went to public school. Like I never really went to a very expensive private school, public school. Like it was shitty, but that's how life is. Like I put my kids into public school. But go and see that's how life is. Deal with people. Just doing a bubble doesn't mean anything. And then yeah, I got my PhD. Master studying was a way for me to get out of Iran. And I wasn't really a good student. I cheated a lot, and but I eventually got the admission to get out of Iran. So one thing that it's common for me is just I wanted more from life. I said there's no way that I live in Canada with like a $40,000 a year salary. There's no way. I want more. That's why I survived this trading. So that determination, guys, that you want is super important. Like, do you really want the lifestyle? This lifestyle that I have, I really dreamed about it, and I want it now. I didn't want it when I'm retired and doing cruise traveling. No, I wanted to travel now when I'm young, the way that I wanted to travel. So that's how you actually survive. That resilience comes from this, something deep within. Resilience, big determination brings you the resilience. Some people religiously get that determination and resilience. Some people, spirituality. Some people just the lifestyle. I wanted this lifestyle, and that helped me to keep fighting. Yeah, so Lenny says, I'm sure, yeah, that's the ambition part is also similarity with addiction, like dopamine. Like I think, I have addictive personality. Like running, for example, is an addiction for me. Like running is also that gets you dopamine high. Like after all of this crazy partying and crazy travel in Colombia, I went to Costa Rica, did the run. Like Lenny was blown away. What the hell? It's just it comes from the addiction personality. But I want more from life. Like that's what I always wanted. Wanted to say. The short is that I wanted more from life. And there was a video from a Steve Jobs that I played this year at the summit. That was a thing that I can later share it with you, later. That Steve Jobs says that when you grow up, everybody says to you, "Oh, don't fuck around too much. Just save a little bit of money, have a mortgage, have a family." But there's more to life when you actually see that you can create your life the way that you want. You could poke life somewhere and something else pops up.
live
Anyways,
your best life.
yeah, that's the thing. But if you want to actually have these conversations, come to our TEDx event. The whole TED next year is all about this. We're flying 15 speakers from all around the world to talk about the peak performance and resilience. And it's a theme. You go up, you fall, and then you have to come back up. And we walk you through that journey. I want to actually hire art director to. It's not only the talks, they're present. There are shows and things in between. So what I want to do is I want to take you through this journey. That's how to go up and I'm sure it falls in life, either trading or divorce or losing a family member or something, and then that when the resilience comes into play, then you have to stand up again. So I really hope that everybody comes. I think my goal is to add as much as value to your time. The cost, like a $500 cost, goes all to your food and event and everything. Like I make no money on it. Actually, matter of fact, I lose money. Like every event, like 20, 30, $40,000 I lose on it. But for me, and I also don't want to charge a $2,000 ticket because that's stupid,
Just
in my opinion.
just sold some calls on Tesla when it popped there. I think it kind of looks toppy here. I think it's gonna drop.
Tesla.
Yeah, I'm out of it right now. AVGO is kind of toppy as well here. Here you go. Here goes a drop on Tesla. Oop, pop back up. AVGO almost did a 920 on
In 1 minute.
yeah, 2 minute actually. Oop, there goes
All right, guys, I have a
NVIDIA's going to go
question.
higher, or Tesla. Go ahead.
Brian, I have a question.
Yes.
My question was, what does AVGO do? Is it making AI chips? What is this company?
Yeah, I think. Well, they do have something to do with. I think AVGO makes some kind of chips. They're not like. I don't know if they're. But everybody's getting into this. Into these the NVIDIA type chips. Look at that. Look at it pop up there.
So how come that Intel can't do that? Like, they don't have. How come they put it up?
It's a
They don't have the
big, well,
technology for AI.
NVIDIA's like a foundry. They manufacture chips. Broadcom I think they do design and development of semiconductors.
Yeah, Intel lack of innovation, huh?
Yeah, Intel really fell behind. AMD kind of crept up, and before everybody, if you remember the old days, I remember the old days. If you remember the old days, if you bought a computer, if you went to the store, say I wanted to buy a computer, they'd say, "Oh, do you want a AMD or a Intel chip?" You'd be like, "Yeah." If you wanted to save money and go cheap, you'd get AMD. But it's not the case anymore.
All right, guys, I had a pretty good day. I think at the last piece that I have from AVGO, I'm going to get out of it here completely, guys. So I'm all out of
Yeah.
AVGO, or not yet. Didn't get filled. All right, so
Tesla's
I
really
am
getting
getting.
choppy here.
All right, guys, I'm all out of AVGO completely. This is my day. You can see it in my screen, guys. In YouTube, you can't see that, but yeah, $41,575.44. That's it. Uh, yeah, essentially Tesla didn't do anything, so I lost $350 on Tesla, but it was a pretty good trading day for me.
Yeah, Tesla's heading lower again.
Um, so my average days, I mean, it's difficult. I have to look into that actually, to the journaling tool that we build on Trading Terminal, because I want to put some of my average, P&L and stuff into trading, into the new book that I'm writing. I think the very bad days that I have is like 40, $50,000, which is roughly like, 0.5% or 1% of my account. And the good days like 20, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. But I rarely have something bigger than that. But my account is bigger, so my account is like 8 million. So it's a little bit of a different situation. So that's why this PNL is a little bit misleading. So that's why I'm not really keen into the PNL thing. It's more like about techniques and consistent trade. Like it could be PNL, could be super, super, uh, you know, misguiding or more like a sleazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we have some traders that are trading really big size, like me or Avi on options. We have traders that trade smaller share size. I think Eamon trades small. Like, I don't think even Brian trades very big share size. So
Yeah.
even Peter, I don't think Peter trades very big size. I think Peter accounts is 3 million, but I don't think he trades all of that money. I think he told me once his account is about 3 million, but it's mostly invested, so it's part of it he's trading. All right, Tesla seems that he doesn't want to go down, right?
Bounced off the VWAP basically. Definitely some support there. AVGO is finally pulling back a bit. I think there's probably an opportunity to short calls on AVGO maybe after tomorrow. We'll see where it kind of settles out, if it kind of shows some topping pattern.
We are on it, sir. Anything that gives us naked options trading.
Yeah. Q's bounced back up after that sell-off right off the VWAP. SPY's bounced back. Me. All right. Oh, the sound is SOUN is popping up here. Tesla again looking a little toppy here. See where it goes.
All right. Any question, guys, in the chat room? Any question in the YouTube, guys? Thanks for your trust, guys. We have 533 people. Thanks for your trust.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, daily. The book is going really well. Hopefully, by the end of this week, I'm gonna finish it. I'll be back at the office tomorrow. So
How was your run in Monteverde?
it was pretty good, but something that happened was that I was originally signed up for a 65 kilometer, but I did the 35 kilometer because I'd
Oh.
never seen my body so exhausted. So yeah, it was kind of shocking for me because I've done 50K easy, but this one I don't know, maybe it was too much, traveling and my body was exhausted. So I did a 35 kilometer because there was an option to skip one loop. But
Right.
I've never seen my body that slow. That was the first time that I realized, shit, I actually aged. Because like 50 kilometers in the trail, I was like running like a boss. But
Hmm.
like almost around halfway, about 20, 50, 40% of the route, I realized that, oh my God, it's just my body was telling me you're gonna die if you continue like this. I think I was also super dehydrated. That's also another problem. Was it? I was very dehydrated. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a conversation with my coach end of this week to see what happened and why. Like I have to improve my sleep. This was a big wake up call for me. That's um, very, very, very. Uh, so now getting yeah, I do lift. I do lift twice a week. I do lift very heavy too as well. But I think my lifestyle has been a little bit unhealthy in the last 2 months. So maybe that's why, like in Colombia, I didn't run for 3 weeks. A lot of foods, like I drank alcohol. I usually don't drink alcohol, but when you're in these trips, go to a restaurant, wine or beer, something like that. So, all right, let me get some questions. Sammy says someone is new mirror trading. So, yes, you can do mirror trading if you're in a simulator. I think it's a very good start of the trading. Come and see what I do, what Brian does, and try to mirror trade on a simulator just to get a feel of how trading actually works. So the thought process behind it. It's very important, the thought process. For me, it's super simple. Brian trading is a little bit more complex than me. For me, it's just I look at the 1 minute opinion range breakup, 5 minute opinion range breakup. Essentially, I'm looking for something above volume weighted average price, and I go long and put a stop loss below the VWAP. It's just very simple. My strategies are super simple. Execution is hard because in the first 5 minutes it's very volatile, so you have to have a little bit iron nerve to do that, but the thought process is not super complex. But when you actually start getting into a good grasp of thought process and execution, then you have to build your trade book. That's why we have this boot camp. And the boot camp is not really for very beginners. Boot camp are for people that like maybe have 3 to 6 months of trading under the belt, but they just can't build that consistent trade book. Then they go through the boot camp to work with all of our traders to, build a trade book, test the trade book, and essentially become consistent. And I'm gonna send. As soon as I'm back office, there are a couple of really nice emails that people sent. There was one trader who actually let me share it to you here. I want to actually put a newsletter on that. So essentially, what he does. So you can see my screen here. So these are, by the way, Mike is. So you can see my email inbox right now, as a matter of fact, and you see actually Mike is emailing people for the funded account profits or PCT. So I have to get back to them. But there was one trader who said this email November 29. I'm going to actually summarize his book in a newsletter. So he did analysis. It's a very, very interesting analysis. That when he so this is one of our traders, like Aska. So he said that when I take the trades randomly, my PNL is just has no direction. You see, let me bring the pen. This is super important. Like I don't know if Brent can actually put this one on YouTube. Also, it would be very interesting. Again, this is not my trade. This is this is someone. So see my screen. So when he does trades like without trade book, like there is no direction, clear direction in his PNL. But when he actually does the only trade books, he has this consistency that we want over the 3 months, and that's what we want you to get. He actually later, as a matter of fact, updated that. So here's the more update. See, this is the update that he did. So this is a journaling tool that we built. So again, if you trade only based on the strategies that you have, so see, he actually marked his strategy. So he, get this consistency. Yes, there are some dips, but he manages the dips. Trade book does control the risk for you. But when you do random trades, like that essentially every trade, if you feel for it, I feel Tesla is going to go up, and then you go along, and that's your inconsistent trading. They say that if you put a monkey trading, you get something like that. That maybe 50% of the time. So look at the win rate, 44%. Look at this win rate, 47%. And it's essentially the same win rate, but this one has no risk management incorporated that. This one has risk management incorporated that. And then see how the consistency goes up. This is what I want you to get into the P Capital Bootcamp. And you don't get it anywhere else except this bootcamp, because they have to work with you on individual trade books. Susan worked with you in individual trade books, like Eamon, Lenny, Carlos, Mike, Peter. All of them look at these numbers and help you to find the problem for you. And that's what that would be nice to get. But it's not for the super beginner traders. You have to have some understanding of your strategies and do stuff. So maybe wait for it for 3 to 6 months, and then later. I'm gonna actually summarize this one in my book that I'm writing, and also in my in the newsletter for sure. And again, bootcamp comes with a funded account. You see my email that did Mike. These are emails that is messaging asking for the profit people to be paid. Sorry, Brian, for the rant. So, any other question?
no worries.
Let me
No
get
worries.
the
Yeah.
question.
Looks like Tesla's kind of just chopping. Qs are breaking out back at high of day again. Another high of day. Looks like Tesla may want to go higher. It's just chopping now. Nvidia maybe looking like it's going to drop out. So it is 10:30. I think we're going to drop off of YouTube, aren't we, Trent?
Yes. So, thank you so much, guys,
All right.
for
Thanks for
YouTube.
joining us.
Really appreciate that. It was a pretty good day for me, and looking forward to see you guys. I'll be back in the office tomorrow and get the business normal. So it's been a while for me traveling.
All right.
Ciao, guys. Thanks, Pete.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Brian,
everyone on
come back to
YouTube.
the.
Yep.
All right, got it.